Preecy, Friday afternoon, just over 24 hours to go until our first home game of the season against Chester. How's the week been so far?
Yeah, really good, really positive week, especially after the performance and result at Darlington. We've had a bit of time to prepare, which is nice, especially early on in the season. You're normally game after game after game, so just this first week you get a little bit more time to prepare, have a look at some of the things that happened on Saturday. Although a lot of the game we were down to 10 men, so yeah, it's been really positive. Obviously everybody's buzzing about the performance and getting the 3 points, but it is only 3 points, but it did feel a bit more than that, especially being the opening game and how we were up against it and come through. So showed great character and set us up nicely for our first home game.
Yeah, listen, when the fixtures came out a couple of months ago, everyone kind of looks at that first game, the first maybe 6 games, 8 games, 10 games, but then to see the first home game of the season against Chester, it's a real big one, isn't it?
Yeah, Chester's always a big game because they bring such good support. So it just makes that atmosphere. At the moment, I don't know. It seems a bit, the crowd and the amount for Saturday's game is down on what it normally is. Even Chester only sold 2/3 of their allocation, so it might be a good time for us to take advantage of that. We don't know whether it's holidays or what it is, but if we can get as many of our fans in, it might just give us that advantage, because last year our own form was unbelievable. I think we were at joint top, and it's down to the support and the backing that we get, and when you play teams like Chester who do have a good away following, you need the crowd even more. So big chance for us to really make this again another hostile environment, because Chester sometimes when they go away can turn it the other way and make it difficult for home teams. So I'd say this could be one where we could take advantage if we can get a few more through the game.
Does it feel a little bit different, obviously having such a to and fro game that just had everything last week, and then that was obviously away, had a great away following, but then to obviously come into this game maybe so early in the season, whereas obviously you'd expect Chester to sort of be midway through. Does it feel different at all?
No, look, every game is important. There's only 3 games at 3 points at the end of it, but playing Chester at home on the first home game of the season, it's big because Chester are one of the favourites. The manager said that that he has got the backing because of what the fans have done, and obviously the sale. So they're gonna be up there. They're a good side, and they've done well over the last few seasons. So you'd expect them to be up there. So it is a big game. So we got we're prepared for that. And if we can get another good result off the back of that away performance, then we're in a great position, even though it's so early on in the season.
In terms of playing personnel, obviously we'll be missing Milan, who's suspended, but otherwise a clean bill of health.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Lads have come out of it. They were a bit tired, understandably, because they had to work so hard up at Darlington. But we're good, and we're looking forward to it. Another big challenge for us in playing Chester. But we've had some great games against them over the last few years. They probably had the edge up until probably our last win here. So it can go either way. I think whatever they're normally good games, and one that we're really looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess maybe a final message to anybody who's maybe not sure whether to come. Maybe they come in for the first time, or there's no reason not to, especially when you look at it behind. There's all the preparations ongoing and the weather that's set to be in.
Oh well, it's all set up. This place will be rammed on Saturday. That it's going to be a real warm one. And again, when it gets late on in games and the lads might be tiring because of the heat, that extra bit of support can make the difference. And and drag us through. You know, it was late goal last year, and yeah, we need them. You know, we need you to get behind us and keep that great feeling we've got at home, and try and keep this home record going.